Hey Movebubblers, it's Heather. This video is all about how to avoid rental fraud. And if that has been a question on your mind, keep watching this video. If you've ever heard of the phrase, "it's too good to be true," then you probably understand the frustrations around rental property fraud. Unfortunately, there are some horrible people out there ready to take advantage of you when you are looking for your next rental property. Con artists, scammers, and fraudsters are using every trick in the book to take your book. Action Fraud reported that it had over 20,000 cases between 2012 and 2018, with renters losing around £1,396. So how can you avoid becoming a victim of rental fraud? Well, it's a good job you clicked on this video because I'm going to be giving you all the tips and tricks and things to look out for to spot a fraud. Let's begin. A growing number of stylish homes seem to be appearing on websites like Gumtree and other social media, and at a very low price. However, when you do ask to have a viewing of the property, somehow there's every excuse in the book why you can't see it. These excuses could include anything like the current renters won't allow anyone to view the property, and then the landlord will ask you for some money to secure the deposit. Fortunately, these scams are easier to spot than others. For example, if a landlord is operating on social media, it's kind of obvious that it's probably a scam, and the advertised home that you wanted doesn't exist. Another suggestion that I recommend is saving a picture of the home or the property and putting it through a website like TinEye and just seeing where the original picture came from. While not being allowed to see a property in person is pretty much red herring, you know that's scam, what happens when you are allowed to see a property in person? How can you be sure that this is a scam? You end up going on a viewing, you pay a deposit, and then that's it, you never hear from the landlord again and they've taken your money. The scammer will have access to the property, they'll take your deposit, and then boof, they disappear. The best way to avoid this is to use a certified platform or a letting agent. It's always a good idea though to do a background check on the landlord just in case. You can use things like the Land Registry and the National Landlords Association to double check. And if they're not registered on these, that is a red flag. So we've talked about fake properties, but there's also fake agents. Yes, they do exist. Some people have a lot of time on their hands and they'll make a phantom website that looks legit, and you think that this is a real letting agent, but actually they've just made it all up and they are very good actors. They will advertise properties on their website and they'll make it look really legit. Again, to avoid this scam, you need to look at the entire picture. Properties listed below the current market average should raise a few alarm bells. And if you're unsure about the agency, do a quick Google, check them out and see if they're on Companies House. If they're not registered, it's probably fake. And it's always good to go with your gut feeling. If you just feel like something is off, it probably is. But don't worry, I'm gonna tell you now how to protect yourself against rental fraud. It is estimated that these scammers have made over £775 million in rental fraud. And yet the local government association believes that only 5% of those who were scammed come forward, so it could be more than that. It is a huge issue, but there are some things that you can do to avoid rental fraud. Here's a quick list. Avoid listings that don't have any photographs. No photo, probably a scam. Be extra vigilant when you're searching for homes on social media platforms. Be cautious if you're asked to wire money through a service like Western Union. Ensure that you've seen the property in person before paying a deposit, or you can use a platform like Movebubble where you can see a video walkthrough and you know it's legit. Don't pay your deposits in cash. Use the Land Registry to check that the landlord is the legal owner. Check if the letting agents are on nationally recognised bodies like ALA, and also check if the landlord is part of the National Landlords Association or the Residential Landlords Association. And most importantly, if it seems a bit dodgy, avoid it. Don't be a victim, because I don't want you to lose money, you don't want to lose money, and yeah, you just want a nice place to live, so Taking note of the things I just said before will really help you. Losing thousands of pounds can be hugely stressful, but you don't have to be a victim. Try using certified rental platforms to definitely guarantee that, yet the property you're viewing is legit. And if you go down the route of renting a place through a landlord, just do all the background checks on the landlord. Like I said, make sure they're registered before you pay any deposit. Doing your due diligence will help you in the long run and ensure that you have a stress-free rental experience, and you don't lose any money. Another way to avoid fraud is, of course, using an app like Movebubble. At Movebubble, we take rental fraud very, very seriously. Movebubble verifies all the partners that come onto the app, making sure that nobody slips through the cracks and everything has been checked. It's a strict process and they're constantly monitoring properties to ensure that everything is true. And everyone who works with Movebubble is trustworthy and has their seal of approval. And when it comes to making payments on the app, everything is powered by Stripe, which is a trustworthy company used by millions of businesses worldwide. The money is also guaranteed when you pay in the app, and it's also 100% refundable should anything go wrong. And if you are looking for a new place to rent, make sure that you download the free Movebubble app, because there are thousands of properties on there for you to view from massive cities like London and Manchester. And of course, there are free video walkthroughs so you can check everything out in real time and you know that nothing is a fraud. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Movebubble YouTube channel, because we bring you so many more awesome and useful videos to help you in your rental journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!